Welcome to Paris, the enchanting capital of France, known for its rich history, exquisite cuisine, and vibrant culture. They call it the City of Lights for a reason, you know. Not just because of the Eiffel Tower sparkling like a goddamn disco ball every hour on the hour, but for the energy, a current of creativity, of passion that runs through the veins of this city. We're going to get down and dirty, past the tourist traps, and into the real guts of this town. You can't talk about Paris without talking about the food. And not just the fancy stuff, though we'll get to that. I'm talking about the dishes that have been feeding souls for generations. The kind of food that sticks to your ribs, warms you from the inside out. This ain't about foams and gels. This is about tradition, about history on a plate. Listen, I'm not a big sweets guy, you know that. Give me a plate of steak frites over a slice of cake any day. But in Paris, even I gotta surrender to the siren song of the boulangerie. The smell alone is enough to make you weak in the knees. We're talking croissants, pain au chocolat, and yeah, those goddamn delicious macarons. Forget Starbucks. In Paris, you linger over your café au lait at legendary spots like Café de Flore, Sartre, Hemingway, Picasso. These ghosts still haunt the tables, nursing their drinks and their big ideas. It's not just about the coffee, it's about soaking in the atmosphere, eavesdropping on conversations and feeling the pulse of the city. You want a taste of the real Paris? Ditch the fancy restaurants and hit the streets. Las du Falafel, a hole-in-the-wall joint, slings some of the best falafel you'll ever have. And the markets? Forget about it. Mountains of ripe produce, fresh bread, pungent cheeses. It's enough to make you want to move into a fourth-floor walk-up and never leave. You can't swing a baguette in this town without hitting a landmark. The Eiffel Tower, that iron giant, watching over the city. Notre Dame, scarred but still standing, a testament to time and faith. These landmarks whisper stories of revolution, romance, and resilience. They're a reminder that Paris, for all its sophistication, has a heart that beats with history. Forget the Mona Lisa's smirk. The real art is the crowd gawking at it. But seriously, the Louvre is a monster you got to wrestle with. Miles of corridors. Enough art to induce a coma. But hey, when in Rome, right? Or, Paris. Musée d'Orsay, though, that's my speed. Impressionists, post-impressionists. They knew how to capture light, how to make you feel something. The Paris Opéra Garnier, a palace of gold and velvet. You can practically smell the ambition, the heartbreak. Maybe catch a ballet, let the athleticism, the grace wash over you. Or maybe you need something a little more spirited. Moulin Rouge, the birthplace of the can-can. Sure, it's touristy, but damn those legs. Hemingway drank here. Fitzgerald too. Hell, they probably stumbled through these very same streets. Paris, a city soaked in words. Shakespeare and Company, a haven for expats, for dreamers. Grab a dog-eared paperback, order a coffee at Café de Flore, and get lost in the ghosts of literary giants. Forget the Eiffel Tower, kids. Want to know a city? Lose yourself in its arteries, its back alleys. The Marais, with its narrow winding streets, whispers stories of centuries past. Montmartre, perched high on a hill, a haven for artists and rebels, still echoes with the ghosts of Picasso and Toulouse-Lautrec. This is the real Paris. Yeah, you could spend a fortune on the Champs-Élysées, drape yourself in designer labels. But the soul of Parisian shopping? It's in the vintage shops, the musty bookstores, the tiny boutiques where artisans pour their heart into every handcrafted item. Find a treasure, find a bargain, find yourself a decent bottle of wine. You're gonna need it after navigating this city. Even a city that never sleeps needs to catch its breath. In the Jardin des Tuileries, lovers stroll, children chase pigeons, and the world outside fades away. Find a bench, open a bottle of wine. Hell, you're in Paris, nobody cares. And just breathe. Forget the tour bus. The city of lights unfolds before you like an overripe brie from the deck of a bateau mouche. Yeah, it's touristy, but so what? We're tourists here. Grab a glass of something cold and overpriced, and let the romance of the city wash over you. Paris isn't some museum city frozen in time. This is a living, breathing organism. And like any organism worth its salt, it likes to party. Whether it's the Fête de la Musique or the chaos of Fashion Week, dive in and taste the energy. Sure, you can eat a croissant. You can even buy one. But to really understand the soul of this city, you got to get your hands dirty. A good cooking class will teach you more than how to make a decent coq au vin. It'll teach you about life itself. Forget the fancy tasting notes and swirling rituals. This is about pleasure, about the dirt and sweat that goes into every bottle. We're going deep into the cellars, rubbing shoulders with the people who live and breathe wine. This is where the real Paris reveals itself, one sip at a time. Forget the mass-produced scents. We're going behind the scenes of Paris's perfume world, a place where artistry meets science. It's a sensory overload, a symphony of smells, where you can find your own unique fragrance, your own personal signature. Forget the grand boulevards and tourist traps. We're diving into the arteries of the city, the hidden passages and forgotten arcades. These are the places where Paris whispers its secrets, where history lingers in the air. It's a journey back in time, a glimpse of the city's soul. Forget the revolution. Let them eat cake, they say. Well, here in this sprawling monument to vanity and ego, they really did. We're going to get lost in the palace's opulent gardens, marvel at the sheer obscene scale of it all. This is Versailles, baby, and it's a royal flush beat for beat. Forget the crowds and the chaos of the city for a day. We're off to Giverny, a place where beauty isn't just observed, it's breathed in. Here, in Monet's garden, the lines between art and reality blur. You don't just see the water lilies, you feel them. Paris may be the heart of France, but its veins stretch far beyond the city limits. We're venturing into the Loire Valley, a land of fairy tale castles and rolling vineyards. We'll sip wine fit for kings and maybe, just maybe, feel a world away from the real one. So that's it. Our Parisian adventure comes to an end. We've walked the cobblestone streets, gotten lost in the Louvre, and indulged in more croissants than we can count. But Paris, like any great love affair, lingers. We'll be back, of course, to uncover more of its secrets. But for now, au revoir. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more adventures with you in our next video.